Okay, we're going in order. I would start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our vision statement is connecting, engaging, and growing. And we're going to do exactly that. The next item is consideration of agenda amendments for deletion.
I would ask that we add 5 items to the agenda tonight. E, food service bids. F, bus purchase. 6, 7th grade Disney trip. H, human and social service instructor career coach position. And I, Heinz facility improvement proposal.
Yeah, did you add on the 7th grade the thing about the board members being chaperones?
I did not. We can add that to the request.
Okay, anybody object to any of these additions?
I'll make a motion to accept the additions.
Second.
The motion made seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Next is our time for public comment. So now it's the time to speak up if you have any issues.
I think Laura's got somebody that wants to speak up, looks like.
Don't get some. Okay, so we'll move on to the best part of the agenda, good news around the district.
I'm going first.
I was going to go first.
Oh, that's fine. I just wanted to beat out Laura because she's gonna steal one of mine.
You can go next. Is that okay?
As long as you don't take what I had. Sure.
I bet I don't. I wanted to congratulate the school board because at the district ISBA month, the district quarterly meeting, they were recognized for Level 2 Advanced Exemplary Governance Award. And then every one of the members also earned an individual level of distinction awards. So just wanted to thank the board for their service and their commitment. So appreciate you guys.
AGO award.
Yes, yes. Okay.
That
next.
is what I had. So,
Sorry, I stole your thunder.
So we, all 3 of our buildings, Laura, Ethan, and I, we had the Career Expo last Thursday. It was very exciting. And there were some changes made, at least in our building this year, where we really partnered with Laura and Tara at the Career Center with Mrs. Clark in our building to create more of a hands-on experience for our students. They actually went to a full-day seminar training at the ECESC, where they got training on RIASEC. It is an acronym, and I have typed it 20 times in the last week, but I can't remember what each letter stands for.
Realistic, investigative, artistic, social,
Enterprising,
and conventional.
So students took a small quiz on their interests that put them into 2 different categories. So the students had lanyards with the colors that matched where their interests lie. And each table had a matching tablecloth where students would know, oh, if I have purple and I'm enterprising, I'm going to go to this purple table. We did allow students to visit everywhere, but we encouraged them to really go where that quiz placed them. We had almost all of our booths were from the Career Center, and every student that came from the Career Center was incredible in working with our students in those hands-on activities. We also did have a few other local businesses that did stop by. They've enjoyed doing that with us every year, and they didn't want to give that up. So we gave them a color as well, and students had a great time doing that and learned a lot. And then also we had our school carnival last Friday, the PTO, that was for pre-K through 6th grade. It was great fun. We have had more games than we ever had. We had to go all the way down the back hallway, so there were lots of fun things happening. We got to see lots of families out enjoying time together on that kind of rainy, yucky evening. So it worked out perfect.
Okay, elementary. We just went through what is called a recess reboot. So we were adopted through MHS Indiana as a school that they would help partner with and pay for something for us. So they gave us some different options and we chose the recess reboot. And so they had Playworks come in, a trainer came in, they actually worked with our teachers as well as with our students, really showed them how to play games, how to come together and work well together. We have a lot of kiddos who don't play outside anymore necessarily. And so learning those games and getting to enjoy those with not only the other students, but also their teachers, they had a lot of fun. So that was very nice. And then we also just yesterday had some really great discussions about Tier 1 math instruction, what that looks like, what it should look like in classrooms. And so our teachers are very excited about going through a math adoption and getting some new curriculum in our hands so that we can make sure our students are engaged in learning in the classroom. Yeah.
All right. Athletically, baseball and softball are off to some really hot starts. Our girls softball was undefeated until last night. They lost 5-1 to the number 3 team in 3A, and so the girls they're playing well. Baseball, they've already matched their win total from last year. We're 6 games in, and they've already matched their win total. So Coach Plank, sorry, I meant. Coach Plank has really got the boys excited. They're wearing their practice gear, their hats to school, and they're just bought into his system. And he's made a lot of upgrades to the field, and so it's just cool to see those 2 programs really playing well right now. Academically, our I Learn checkpoints, just refining that process. It's we piloted it last year. It's brand new to the state this year, and refining how we not only administer the checkpoints, but also how we retest, because there's opportunity 1 for each checkpoint and then opportunity 2. And we've tried some different things of who we're going to have retest, because our kids are tested way too much, and we have them test and they're not in the mood to test, or they think it's dumb. They're not going to try their best. And so how do we motivate them to do their best, but also how are we strategic on who we pick to retest? We've got a kid that's right on the bubble of being from approaching to on. And so that process has been fun. I'm really proud of our junior high staff. I met with them last week, the week before, just about what we've done this year and how we can refine it for next year. And so really excited to see what they do. And then lastly, this is just kind of a little side one. I was in a journalism class today. They kind of hit the ground running this school year with a production called Spill the Pee, and it was in all of the bathrooms, and it was funny, joking, silly. It really grabbed kids' attention, and they've continued to do that. They're producing our hallway slides, but they're stepping their toes into some more video, TikTok, the world that we live in now. And so they've had some cool videos. If you haven't seen them, they're really fun. It was cool to be in the class and see the behind the scenes. There's an editor. There is a social media team, and so to see the kids, the editor's in charge of everything that goes on, and she's really assumed that responsibility. And then just to watch Mrs. Hyatt manage it all, and then see the things that they're producing, it's really cool. So.
All right, so Mrs. Todd brought my assistant with the for this evening. So our good news, right? So some good news at the Career Center, like Abby said, we participated in the Career Expo with the junior, senior high, and the intermediate school. And our kids kind of, they participated in all of those things, but they also had their own thing in the auditorium and the atrium as well. But it was so cool to see our students interact with the intermediate school students. That was kind of the highlight of their day and the highlight of my day too. I mean, it was great. We also found out in the past month that we have been awarded a KC's grant and a grant through ECESC board for coaching. So those are pretty exciting. And the big one that just happened just this past weekend, we had 6 students go to the state competition for Skills USA, and 2 of them qualified, 1 gold in 3D animation or 3D visualization and animation, and they qualified for the national competition. So it's super exciting for us.
I don't want, no, we're good. From the teacher's standpoint, we are hitting our 2 worst weeks probably with iLearn, but we are so excited to see what our kids can do and how well they're grown and how much effort they put into everything. So we're excited about that, just to see how well our students have improved and really done well this year, because they've been phenomenal this year. So we're excited about that. We're also excited that after that, we can do some more hands-on activities, more fun things in the classroom, and we get to spend some fun activities with our kids with field day and the end of the school party. So teachers are really geared up to create those lasting memories at the end with our students, and we're excited that we kind of can take a deep breath after these couple weeks and just kind of enjoy being with our kids. And this is the fun part of the year. We get to really just enjoy. This is what makes teaching fun, is just being able to play with the kids. So we're excited about that this year.
Good. Okay, everybody's got their good news in, so we'll move into the consent agenda.
The consent agenda includes the cash flow reports along with minutes from the executive session on March 19th and the regular board meeting on March 19th as well. Accounts payable claims totaling $978,526.60, and payroll claims totaling $912,410.90. And then we have a number of donations: Kappa Delta $400 to the EIS library, Lydia's $50 to the, I'm assuming all these car shows are for Heinz. So for the Heinz car show, we have $50 from Lydia's, $50 from Level, $150 from Lasting Impressions, $750 from Tipton Ford, $50 from Malachi Dunlop, $150 from Embry Motorsports, $250 from Elwood Fire Equipment, and $50 from Snotface Racing. And then we have $250 donation from the Kiwanis to the high school shop class, and an anonymous $10,000 donation to the high school baseball team.
I move to approve. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. That takes care of consent agenda, moves down, no old business, so we're going to new business.
Personnel report. We have new hires. We have Harley Evans, substitute, Mary Carter, part-time custodian, Brian Sheckley, I don't think it's spelled, Shelty. Anyway, Brian, and he's a part-time custodian. And then Ronnie Perrin is a welding instructor at Heinz Career Center. Separations, Christopher Reuter from the elementary, Sylvia Sylvester from the junior senior high school, and Stephen Jones from the Career Center. That concludes the personnel report.
We have a motion to approve personnel.
So move.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Brings us to the after prom trip to Kings Island.
Every year the parents put on an after prom. They go to Kings Island. They would like to use our school bus this year. We have 2 staff members that will be going that can act as chaperones. One of them will be driving the school bus. And so we need, since the trip is going across state lines, we need board approval for that.
I move to approve.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Brings us back to the Ready Math curriculum. It's easy for me to say that.
I was debating on whether to say anything or just let you go ahead and give an overview if you would like of kind of the process,
Sure,
how
yeah.
you came to.
Yes, so we have 3 different math curriculums that we brought to the table with our K through 8 committee that we had. Our committee consisted of teachers, we had instructional coaches, and then obviously administrators as well. And so we sat down, we had vendor presentations from all 3 of the curriculums. Once we got through that, we easily narrowed it down to 2 just because one of the curriculums had not updated the Indiana state standards. Although they were saying they were going to, that was too big of a risk for us to wait on. So we went ahead, went down to the 2 curriculums, and then from there, we were able to have all of the grade level teams go back, share the curriculums with their teams, talk through them with the instructional coaches. Everyone then filled out their feedback forms, and once we got all of that, again, once we looked at the feedback, it was very clear that Ready Math was the direction we needed to go. It is written for Indiana. It is written for our standards. And so that for us is huge. We also are already using iReady for our assessment K-3 for reading, and then we use it K2 for math. Ready Math also is one of the only, there are 2 approved math screeners moving into the 26-27 school year. We have to at K-2 give an approved math screener at the beginning of the year. And so there are only 2 that are available. iReady is one of them, which will go along with Ready Math. It's the same company. So we feel very confident about this. We are very excited. As soon as we get approval, then we can move forward with getting materials and everything ordered and then start getting professional development scheduled.
Any questions or?
Are these, is this all for the Chromebook or is it Chromebook and actual physical textbooks?
Physical textbooks also, yes. Yep, we have both. And this is just K-8, obviously.
Motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. I did appreciate your graphic analysis, your presentation. Made it very simple to
Good, I'm glad.
understand. It's nice to know that you got everybody's feedback right into those kind of presentations. Next is the preschool handbook.
Mr. Jim Savage is here to speak to the, oh wait, you weren't gonna do preschool. I just see if he's paying attention. The preschool handbook, Mrs. Brophy can answer if you have any specific questions. Pretty much the main changes there are that the weekly rates are being increased from $100 to $125 a week. The aftercare, before and aftercare cost of $25 is remaining the same. And the other major change is that we are requiring pay up front before the week. So kind of a pay, instead of a pay-as-you-go plan, it's going to become more of like a prepaid cell phone plan. Is there any other major changes? I think that was,
No,
and the changes in that draft are highlighted, so.
yes.
And we talked about, we're still more than competitive on the costs.
Yes.
Okay, good. So we have a motion.
Make a motion to approve. I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Moves us to bus purchase.
Food service bids first.
Yes, that's right.
That's okay. So we
I
have,
have myself, sorry.
that's okay. We have the annual requirement. Roxy put together the list of vendors on the list, and so we need the board to approve this list to put this out for bids.
Any questions? Then we have a motion.
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. That moves us to bus purchase.
Yes, sir. Yes. We had
Back on schedule.
another bus die this week, and we got a new one in. It's out there if you want to take a look at it afterwards. Got a new one in. It's really nice and cool. And on cue, got a new one in, and then another one died. So I think it was it bus 6 this time?
Yep.
That died. So
Yep.
bus 6 is no
Try
more.
to resuscitate or
We got an estimate. It's going to be about $40,000 to repair it, and half the cost of what we can get a nice used one. Because of how long the process is to find a bus and what all Mrs. Anderson has to go through. I would ask that the board go ahead and approve an allocated amount of up to $110,000. This last one, I think, cost us $92,000, but that would give her some shopping power to go ahead and start shopping around for another bus at this time, can look into the spring and summer. And that would be, we would use bond money to pay for that.
So you're just getting ready to ask.
Yeah, I saw the question come out of your head, so I thought I'd just go ahead and answer it.
So, you have a.
So moved.
We have a motion and second.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Now the 7th grade Disney trip.
We have a,
So Heather pulls it up. We have Mrs. Lorna Tinkle and Mrs. Hannah Todd. They are both 6th grade teachers at the intermediate school. This is Hannah's 3rd year with us, but Miss Tinkle is new to us this year. She was at APA last year, but was able to take this trip with some 7th graders last year at APA and brought this idea to me a while ago. I've met with Ethan and he's talked to some of his teachers. We've talked with Dr. Troy. And we think it's a very exciting opportunity for our kids. So we were hoping to give you a little information on that this evening.
You can play the video.
Video
It
first.
goes into a little bit of detail on what happens and why this is so big.
Imagination. If you think it isn't important, think again. Look around and see all the awesome that imagination can spark. At Disney Imagination Campus, we believe imagination can create endless possibility. Through bold self-expression and dynamic problem solving, we encourage students to look beyond what is and ask, what if? Because here, we value the entire creative process, from imagination to all of the innovation that it inspires. In collaboration with teachers, we're introducing students to something we call imagination-powered learning. So from science to humanities to leadership and to the performing arts, we can help students discover the power of creativity in action so they can realize their potential to do amazing things. Disney Imagination Campus.
So Disney's Imagination Campus, everybody knows about it because the bands and the choirs and the drama clubs all go. What they do is they also have science and technology, and they also have leadership. So I got interested in the science part of it because it aligns perfectly with the 7th grade standard. I wrote it down because I can't remember them all. MSPS 2-1, which is Newton's Law, and MSPS 2-2, which is energy. So I took my students and we went and we did Newton's Law and we learned all about it. So I started researching it because 6th grade and 7th grade are dear to my heart. So we want to take 15 to 16 students with 6 chaperones. There will be an application process for the students. It's not just whoever we pick. They have to have an application process. The proposed dates is February 14th through February 19th. And the cost is about $1,500. Now, it doesn't just do science. They learn social emotional. We do reading, we do math, and I make sure that they cover all of the bases. But a lot of social emotional, I make sure they budget, they get to plan. So this is more than just a science trip.
Are there any questions? Do you want to talk about fundraising?
So I have a lot of ideas for fundraising. The kids can get out there and, ask their families and neighbors. Spaghetti dinners are a good one. I've done, the last one we did a motorcycle ride, but I don't know that I can get that pulled off for this summer. And I also have a contact, and I haven't contacted them yet, but Lucas Oil Stadium allows us to go in and run a booth, and you can make quite a bit of money just by doing 2 or 3. So I have a lot of little fundraisers that the kids can get into. I do actually let them plan some fundraisers so they can start learning how to do that too, because it's not just about me doing everything. The students have to work for it.
Great. Can we set up I would like to go to these fundraisers if somebody could help remind me. I don't get on social media much, so I miss a lot.
we can do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that
That's it. So if you have any questions,
So, any questions?
I thought you were to say you were to deal with them.
That's what I was thinking too.
Well, yeah, we already, I said that earlier, but now I'm not sure if I'm qualified.
You have to apply as a chaperone.
Yeah, what's the application process? You're probably gonna cut short with me. So, do we have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's a great opportunity. Thank you. Human and Social Services Instructor / Career Coach position.
Mrs. Gruber, would you like to give a brief overview of this position?
So, for the Perkins Grant, every other year, we have to go through a process of a comprehensive local needs assessment. Exactly. And so we work with local workforce development and see what the labor market demands are and make sure that we're meeting all of the needs and see if there's anywhere that we need to pay a little more attention to. And everything in our comprehensive local needs assessment said that we needed to have a human social services program and have more geared towards career readiness. So we got the career coaching grant from ECESC, and as we are going through the enrollment process and getting applications from students and looking at what their career interests are, because that's one of the things on our application, we could already fill a half-day class. With human social services. And I think that pairs really well with a career coaching position. So the position would be paid mostly through the career coaching grant, and then the rest would be funded through student tuition.
You're recommending, right?
Yes. I am.
Any questions? I assume everything that comes on our agenda, you're
This is actually the first that Dr. Choice heard about.
So do we have any questions or a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. That's the end of our agenda.
One more.
One more.
Back page.
Yep. Heinz Facility Improvement Proposal. So
Don't sit
again,
down.
that's why she was standing up there. She knew she had one more on that.
Heinz Facility Improvement Proposal.
So they received a $45,000.
That one's the career coaching.
Oh, I'm sorry, that one. Yep, this is a 20,000. Yep, the career coaching was the 45. This one is a $20,000 grant from Casey's, and they would like to use some of that money to do some renovations in the office, which will also help give classroom space for this new program. So it all kind of ties together. And then there was a computer purchase, laptops that were part of that as well. And she is working with the construction class, has put her in touch with the contractor to kind of look at doing some of that work to reconfigure the office area to make it flow better when traffic comes into the office and to get a classroom design. You want to add anything to that, or did I do okay?
No, that was actually spot on.
Okay. Do you have any questions about any
Going
of
to
that?
happen in summer or?
That's the goal.
Okay. If no questions, we have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion, you have to be quick.
I know. They're really-
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. That brings us to the end of our agenda. I got fooled by that. So the closing is the next board meeting is May 21st.
Yep.
So thank you all for coming. And we appreciate your efforts.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, we're adjourned.
You're already voted, Bob.
We don't need to vote.
We're going to do it all around.
You beat you to the punchline.
Yeah. Right.
I figured you